गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरु साक्षात् परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः. Now we enter into the third chapter of the Sanatsujatiya. Dhritarashtra uvacha Sanatsujata yadimam parartha brahmi vacham vadasihi vishvarupam param hi karyeshu sudarlabham katham prabruhi me vakyamevam kumara. Dhritarashtra said, O Sanatsujata ji, as you are telling many supremely meaningful aspects regarding the Brahman, which is extremely difficult to find in this objective world, please reveal those supreme best things to me, O Kumar, because Sanatsujata ji were only 6, 7, 8 years old. I seek this from you. And these are the type of questions that we must entertain in our mind when we are in front of Kailash, when we are in front of masters, when we are in satsang, and that will transform your life, because that is worthy of asking the questions. And Dhritarashtra till today, he has never asked such questions. First time he is asking when he has lost everything. When life has taken away everything from him, he is coming to this realization that I should seek something greater. Sanatsujata uvacha नैतद् ब्रह्म त्वरमाणेन लभ्यं यन्मां प्रोच्छस्य भिषङ्गेण राजन् बुद्धौ प्रलीने मनसि प्रचिन्त्या विद्या हि सा ब्रह्मचर्येण लभ्या. Sanatsujata ji said, Hey Rajan, O king, the Brahma or the Brahman about whom you are seeking to know earnestly is not attained by a person with no patience. So we need Shraddha, Saburi. We talked about it. Shri Sai Baba says Saburi. One is the Shraddha, faith in the truth. Faith in the truth expresses in our life as faith in the Lord. Faith in the Lord who expresses as Guru in our life. And faith in the scriptures who the Guru then teaches us. And fourthly, the faith in our own ability to be able to accept and understand correctly what the teacher is telling or the scriptures are telling, and not have a different view about the scriptures. So this is how the faith expresses. And apart from that, we must have patience. If things don't happen in an instant, things take time to mature. And here he says that seeking to know earnestly is not attained by a person with no patience. Not only patience, perseverance also. The correct understanding can happen in the intellect only when the mind is dissolved in the intellect through proper inquiry, and this knowledge is attained only through Brahmacharya, which will be told in the subsequent verses. So remember, this is the intellectual sheath, and in the intellect the I appears as the reflection of consciousness. So when the I has not got any interest or desire to be engaged in these three, then alone it will be available to the essential self or the reality. And this is that the mind is dissolved. Mind is dissolved. Mind is dissolved means, here if you take this is mind and this is intellect, or you can take a bucket of water, and in that water the water is the mind, and there is a reflection of the sun. That reflection of the sun, that is where the sun is reflecting, that is also water only. So why the sun is not reflecting on the rest of the water? Only one spot it is reflecting. That one spot in water is called as intellect. Rest of it is mind. And here he says that this intellect, through proper inquiry, we think we are intelligent. We think we know everything about the world. We think we are rich. We think we have managed our family, our parents, our children, our wife, our husband very well. Don't live in a fool's paradise. So that is not inquiry. That is good. You have done it. But now mind is calm. intellectual, the inquiry into the truth is only conducted through the scriptures. The way they are making us think, that is how we must think. Very many of us, here in this group also, I have heard many times, no, this is my truth. There is no my truth and your truth. There is only one truth. See, this is my take of life. That is not the right approach according to our scriptures. There is only one approach to life, and that is how the scriptures are indicating to us. If you tune in with the scriptures, your life will be wonderful. But if you say, yeah, that is all right, but this is my reality, I am like this, I have got this personality, I am going to do this, that is what has to be dissolved. If that you are going to keep maintaining, how you are going to dissolve your personality and recognize that you are the infinite one, you are the all-pervading one. And that opportunity here we have in front of our Lord, and this, he says, is attained only through Brahmacharya. Brahmacharya, remember that point came in one of the 12 points, qualities. Brahmacharya is Brahmacharati ti Brahmacharya. Anyone who is walking the path of the truth, internally, externally, whichever way. It's a secret journey. You don't have to show it to anyone and declare, I am a brahmachari. No. So such a person is called brahmachari. And who is a brahmacharya? And what is brahmacharya? Control of your senses, control of your mind, control of your desires, and continuous focus on the truth or the reality or the self or the Lord, whichever way you take it. And all of them take you to the same point. Adyam vidyam vadasi hi satya rupam ya prapyate brahmacharyena sadbihi yam prapyainam martya bhavam tyajanti ya vai vidya guru vruddheshu nitya. Since you are asking about the eternal knowledge about the self and that which is attained by the seekers of truth, only through brahmacharya, and having attained which, one gives up the sense of being mortal. See, at a very physical level, it is your vitalities, which the kundalini, etc., or kriya yoga, when you are harnessing your energy and vitality within the body level, all the vitality through the kundalini path, it starts rising up. And or in kriya yoga, the earth element merges into the water element merges into the fire element merges into the air element merges into the space element. These are below the navel is all earth element. Navel and the abdomen, that is the water element. Heart is the fire element, or abdomen, navel and up to the heart is the fire element. This part is the air element, and the head is the space element. As your consciousness starts, as this merging starts happening by control of brahmacharya, which you have already experienced when we took you through the meditation, you couldn't feel your body. That's exactly what the merging was. And you can do it by different ways, through kriya yoga, through kundalini yoga, through japa yoga. Same thing will happen, but different ways give different names. So, as that rises higher and higher, your sense of invincibility increases. Now, that sense of invincibility has not to be practiced in the world. देख लूंगा क्या कर सकता है, वो नहीं. This sense of invincibility is your fear of death vanishes from your mind. And this is what we are going to do now. That's why this topic is there. As we go through the Yamadwar, you are surrendering your gross body, subtle body, causal body, to the Lord, and allowing Him to use this equipment to get done what is required to be get done. We are getting out of the way. And how do you do that? Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya. That's all. This is the best opportunity you have to realize that there is a higher power. And that is that power called Lord Shiva, that called Kailash. It's not other than the self that you are. Not as the I who owns this body or thinks that he is the body, but the essential self. And here he says, Brahmacharya, and having attained which one gives up the sense of being mortal. This is the problem. We are thinking we are mortal and essentially we are immortal. So why don't you live as an immortal person? Why don't you realize your true potential of being immortal? You are chanting for so many days. How many days now? 10 days, I think, 11 days. त्र्यंबकम यजामहे सुगंधिम पुष्टिवर्धनम उर्वारुकमिव बंधनात् मृत्योर्मुक्षीयमामृतात्. There is nothing called death. You are the sons of immortal divine. You are immortal divine. And very rare, even after hearing it so many times, very rare are few people who will take it and run with it. Because for them, achieving something in the world is more important than achieving this immortality. They think by interacting with the world, by satisfying their desires, by accumulating things, by creating relationships, by ticking their bucket lists, they can become complete. It will never happen. Take it in writing from me right now. It will never happen. Because you are in essence already complete. How can anything which is finite outside complete you who are infinite in nature? Socho zara. It's simple logic. So this is seen to abide in those masters who have lived with their guru in the pursuit of this knowledge. This doesn't happen just like a fluke. It will not happen. You must have done something in your past life or in this life. If you are having the opportunity of being in the company of masters, then and pursue the knowledge. There are many, many layers how we have programmed our mind, which only a Guru Maharaj, while he is teaching or when you are in his presence studying the scriptures, that these layers of ignorance slowly start getting dissolved. Dhritarashtra uvacha brahmacharyena ya vidya shakya veditu manjasa tat katham brahmacharyam syad etad vidvan bravihi me. Dhritarashtra said, "O wise one, that knowledge which is gained faster through brahmacharya, please tell me what this brahmacharya is like." Now, brahmacharya, control of senses, control of now we'll see which angle he's taking it. So before I say anything, he says through brahmacharya the reality is gained very quickly through brahmacharya. So what is this brahmacharya? Please tell me. Sanatsujatiya ji says, आचार्य योनिमिह ये प्रविश्य भूत्वा गर्भं ब्रह्मचर्यं चरन्ति इहैव ते शास्त्रकारा भवन्ति विहाय देहं परमं यान्ति सत्यम. Sarat Sujata ji said, those seekers who approach the acharya meaning the teacher, who is a realized master, can be a teacher also. That teacher is called Acharya. Who is an Acharya? Acharya is a person who can express, communicate in the right manner by that students can understand what the scriptures. He is able to. Many people are there. Those who are Kundalini or those who are Avdhutas or those who are Siddha. They are unable to communicate the scriptures. Well, I don't know what the scriptures are saying. I will tell you only by my experience. But a teacher, true acharya, he will not talk. He can use his experience as some examples, but he does not sway from what the scriptures are saying. So here he says, the seekers who approach the acharya with humility and surrender, practice celibacy, and they alone become wise in this world, and having renounced the body, merge in the absolute self. Asmin loke vijayanti hakaman brahmim stithim anutitikshamanaha atmanam nirharanti hadehan munjadishika mevadhira bhavat. They win over all their desires in this world, and thus ever seeking the experience of the reality, the Brahman, under all conditions, with courage and patience, discriminate the self from the body, etc. like the inner core of the munja grass. Munja grass is the grass which the priests, when they do puja, they tie it before when you all got married the Indian style, you would have tied that grass. So that grass, it is a very unique one, and the core of that munja grass is taken. And same, the core here, you are the spirit and you are the matter. There is constant and there is changing. There is permanent and there is impermanence. So when these two are discriminated, what is in between is you, is the self, is the reality, is the Brahman, is the Bhagwan. So when for example, when you are coming to the Lord, you see the Lord in front of you, Lord Shiva, and Lord Shiva, oh wonderful, fantastic. But you have left the world, now your focus is Lord Kailash. Now, initially what we saw in Lord Kailash, oh my God, so many mountains around. See, there is Kailash, there is Kailash. And you are trying to see Kailash through all the mountains. Then you saw Lord Kailash. Swamiji, what is that in the corner? In the left hand side also there is that also Kailash? On the right hand side, that is also Kailash. How does the Kailash look from the north face? How does the Kailash look from the south face? Now, still your mind is distracted. You are fixed on Kailash, but Kailash has so many different attributes. I told you he has a third eye, he has a Nag, Bhushana, that face. And then you say, yeah, that is okay. And your mind is becoming from manyness, it is slowly coming to one. And now still two. Nag face, the north face, and third eye face, the south face. Now I want to merge. As you are walking, you want to merge. Still, there is still two types. From manyness you have come to two. Now what do? Or in front of your eyes, the Lord Shiva's picture is there continuously. Lord Shiva is smiling at you. So our Srimad Bhagavatam tells us that when you are undistracted, you don't want to be distracted by the Trishul, by the Nag, by the tiger skin that he's wearing, or the various Rudraksha malas that are around his neck, etc., etc. Then the Bhagavad says, whether it is Krishna, whether it is Narayana, whether it is Shiva, whether it is Devi, the goal is merging, no? So what do? You bring your attention to the third eye of the Lord. So you look at all the three eyes, two eyes and the third eye. And as you keep looking at his two eyes, slowly, because from manyness of the Lord, variety in the Lord, you have come to the two eyes. If you keep focus there, you will merge into the third eye. Then it must happen naturally. Second option, you come to the two lips of the Lord. No Lord has lips. He doesn't smile like this. They always have a gap in between the two lips. Keep looking at the upper lip and the lower lip. And once he breathes, you will be sucked into and become one with him. Third option, you look at his 2 feet. We always have the Charan Padukas of the Lord, Guru, etc., isn't it? Keep your focus on the 2 feet. Again, the 2 feet have a gap in between, because that is the values, the ideals that he stands on. And when you keep focusing on him, slowly, the duality of the 2 feet vanish, and you merge between the 2 feet to become one with him. You go from the form to the formless. This is the technique, this is the technology of merging into the Lord. So in this way, just like the inner core of the munja grass, we also come to only he who has patience, discrimination and courage in his heart, only such a person can practice Brahmacharya, that means withdraw from the world, harness his vitalities, apply it to the higher reality and merge into the higher reality. Such people are few. Now don't say only few people, that means I think I'm not one of them. No, every one of you has that potential. Shariram etau kurutah pita mata cha bharata acharya tatstu yajjanma tat satyam vai tathamrutam. O king, born in the family of Bharata. Bharata means those who are in the family of effulgence. Bharata. Bha, the word Bha means effulgence. And Rata means the one who is reveling in that effulgence. That effulgence is like the sun. He is reveling in his own light. He doesn't need any other light to reveal himself, isn't it? Similarly, O Bharata, we are all children of Bharat. So essentially we are all, it is in our DNA, because we are the Sanatan Dharmi. And who are we? We are the ones who revel in our own effulgence, in our own essence, in our own reality. O Bharata, this mortal body is created by the parents, but the birth given by the Acharya is indeed eternal and immortal. So first birth, there are three births. First birth is when parents give you the birth. That is your physical body. Second birth is when you get the Diksha, when you are initiated into the Gayatri Mantra, or you are initiated into the Janeu. But here we are not going into that. Here they are straight away saying, because he has already gone through that. So there it was all japa, japa, japa. But here, when the Acharya, you become available to a teacher to study the scriptures, that is your second birth. That is your true birth. Is indeed because parents, why they have given you birth? Because either out of desire, either out of a need to take care of the family, either out of the fear that if I don't have a son, who will light fire to my on my fire, or out of the belief that we need children for the society to continue. If we don't produce, who will produce children? If everyone becomes sannyasi, etc., etc. These are there are many reasons, but see this fellow, karma. Yeah, how many brothers, sisters you are? Three. Two sister, one brother. So one sister is married? No one married. Okay. But he sent him. In Buddhism, one child is always sent to the monastery. That was the system of the Tibet. They are still following it. He went to monastery, he studied. How many of you want everyone else's child to go to the Gurukul, but not my child? Everyone else child can become a sannyasi, but oh really, what great, why can't you be great parents to send your son to a Gurukul and under tutelage of a teacher? So here he says that this mortal body is see, even in our Sikh religion, the first child for last 400 years, the first child was given for a greater cause. And that was the Sikh, and those were the rules under Guru Gobind Singh. And what was that cause? It was to protect the country. It was to protect the Sanatan Dharma. That time they were called Sikhs, but they were still Hindus. See, what have we contributed? See, so. But the birth given by the Acharya, that means parents, nowadays mom doesn't, but before, I have given you birth for this reason, to go to ashram. Why can't you be normal? And she tried her level best to get one married till the last moment. And one day I picked up my bag and went. See? Even then, till I was a Brahmacharya, she was trying and trying and trying. From Brahmacharya, you can come back to Grahastha, but after sannyas, you cannot come back to Grahastha. So she was trying till I was Brahmachari. See? You have to be committed. It's very easy to slip. But so they want to continue the lineage, the family that you are belonging to. The Acharya is waking you up to your essential nature. He's waking you up to your own eternity, immortality. Who is greater? The parents who keep you stuck in the family way, or the Acharya who releases you from the sansar completely, once and for all? At least plants that seed in you. And that's what is happening right now also. If it fructifies in this life, good. If not, next life फिर मिलेंगे. And in this way, concluding today's thought, स आवृणोत्यमृतं सम्प्रयच्छं तस्मै न द्रुह्येत कृतमस्य जानन् गुरुं शिष्यो नित्यमभिवादयीत स्वाध्यायमिच्छेच्छ सदा प्रमत्तः. The Acharya, having given immortality, also bestows fulfillment. Fulfillment, because through his teachings you have come to. He is not bestowing fulfillment, but just like when you come in the presence of light, all darkness goes away. Exactly the same way, when you come in the presence of Acharya, a teacher, automatically all ignorance, all wrong conclusions about life, they all dissolve away. And that itself is bestowing fulfillment. Therefore, remembering his grace, one should never be ungrateful to the Acharya. The disciple should always salute the Guru and remain engaged in the study of scriptures with all his mind and with alertness. We will leave it here for the moment. Okay, we'll do one more and then conclude. That's the first quarter. शिष्य वृत्ति क्रमेणैव विद्यामाप्नोति यः शुचिः ब्रह्मचर्य व्रतस्यास्य प्रथमं पाद उच्यते. This still here is the pratamam pad. That's the first quarter. He who is disciplined disciple and remains pure alone attains this knowledge. This is the first quarter of Brahmacharya for the attainment of realization. This is the instruction that is given by sanatsujatiya ji to Dhritarashtra, and that Dhritarashtra is nobody else but the ignorant blind fellow who is pursuing the world like we are. So to pacify, so this inquiry is essentially not for Dhritarashtra, it is for us to come to recognize our essential nature. And for that, the first thing is respect and reverence to the Sadguru who is within us. That Sadguru, I just told you, Ishvara is the Sadguru. Ishvara alone appears as the teacher, Guru in our life. That Guru alone teaches us the scriptures. What are the scriptures? The speech of the Ishvara himself, isn't it? And the last one was that we should be, now what is being talked about is that we should be with faith, with discrimination, with purity, with brahmacharya. We should be available to those teachings. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om. Just sit quietly for a moment. That Sadguru is Lord Shiva himself, and we are in his abode, we are in his presence, we are in his grace. Soak it up.